Hey guys, Cart from CQBRadio. Thanks for checking out the video as always. I want to let you know about something I've been working on personally. If you watch the Airsoft Training Resource website, you'll know that I put a video up recently of Travis Haley and this guy Todd Avery. And in the process, they're talking about when you're shooting a pistol, just to kind of keep yourself relaxed. Don't be trying to, as he talks about, driving it down because it really impacts your accuracy. So I set up something right here in my basement. Obviously, you need to decide for yourself if it's safe to do in your own house. I got about 20 feet, 25 feet from end to end in the basement, so it's not very big, but about 15 feet from where the target is to where I'm standing. I'll show you what I made the target out of. Really simple, just some cardboard, a couple pieces of tape, and hung a couple cans there so that when I'm shooting at other targets, I know I'm actually hitting them. But you know, a lot of people want to invest a lot of money into targets, which is great if you got the cash, but for me, I've got outside targets that I use that are a little bit more expensive, but the inside ones, you know, I'm going to be shooting at 15 feet. I don't want to dump a ton of money into them. So I'll show you these, really easy to make, and then I'll actually go through some of those same videos that Haley was doing just to show you what it's like to kind of translate it into the airsoft world. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, so as you can see here, very simple. As you can probably tell, it's an old pizza box top, and I'll zoom in here a little bit. Those are the two stripes. So I basically, in my first just run through to see how it worked, trying to keep control of that recoil, but not be, squeezing the gun so tight that I'm over controlling it, if you will. And did pretty well in that first mag. I got looks like one hit there on the tape, but trying to keep it between those two lines. And then you'll see down here below, hung a Coke can, Mountain Dew can, and a Mountain Dew bottle. And that's just for shooting, whether it's with a rifle or whether it's with my pistol. Making sure when I'm actually hitting the target, that I can hear the ting or the sound of plastic getting hit. And for me, it's not just saying, okay, you're at 15 feet, of course you're going to be really accurate, but switching hands and shooting, switching sides, leaning, shooting around a box, shooting around a chair, just to make sure that I'm comfortable in those different positions as I'm engaging. Now, if you do watch my videos, I ran as a support gunner last time, so obviously I'm not going to be just unloading tons of rounds here. This is more for using your rifle, your carbine, or your pistol in these different types of training situations. So let me show you running through this drill, and we'll take a look at what that was like. Alright, so I went through about 5 or 6 different mags. I was using this stuff at first, air duster, and then I shifted to using propane, so definitely a shift in the amount of power when I went to those mags that were using propane. And you'll see some flyers above the line. Majority are kind of clumped in between the two duct tape spots, and the purpose of this is to kind of just remain relaxed, remain controlled without over gripping the gun, or trying to compensate for a little bit of kickback by driving it down too much, which I did notice as I was thinking about the recoil and thinking about how the gun felt. I was starting to kind of compensate by pushing back against it, and then I was driving the gun down slightly. Now obviously with a real steel gun, if you're going to overcompensate, it's driving back much harder, and you're going to probably be pushing down much harder as well. But this again is a training tool using airsoft in that same way to get some of those motor skills familiar, you to get familiar with those motor skills. So let's take a look at the target, see how I did. As you can see, I got some flyers here up above. The majority of the hits are here. I got a couple down here, and then one random one down all the way on the bottom. Again, the purpose of this is to not be driving the gun, to try and control it too much, but to let it shoot and then kind of gently fall back into position while maintaining control of it. So doing this at about 15, 18 feet, I guess, and a great way to set this up, nice and simple. I found that, there's no cost, it's easy to set up, and then half an hour I got some training in without having to put in a ton of effort. So hopefully this was insightful to you guys, easy ways to get out there, or maybe stay in here I should say, and train using your airsoft weapons. So this is Carp. Check back often to the Airsoft Training Resource page. Thanks for checking it out. Keep on firing.